Okay. I'm going to start with an Om, and an Om Aloha. I'll say this in my introduction, if I may. First, I want to welcome the Mahoe family. And I want to say you guys, I think, are one of the most blessed families on this planet to have had Auntie Pua as your mother. And I'm so grateful to you for having shared her with us for all of these years. And I still feel her sacred spirit in my heart and imbibing this property with her aloha spirit. And she said when she first met us, she said, well, you know, there are some people who came in this form who are still Hawaiian spirits, and maybe they took birth somewhere else to come and be able to serve this community in this incarnation. And I believe that the spirit of aloha, is the same as the essence of all world religions. And in a way, it is a world religion. And I'm interested in promoting the spirit of aloha as a world religion. And I believe that Auntie Pua embodied the spirit of aloha. And that is the essence of what we all want to attain. The one unit of consciousness, who we are, comes and manifests in body and form, in name and form, to serve its purpose of sharing aloha with the world. And I believe that Auntie Pua's example is something that the world needs more now than anything else. Like what it means to be human is to have the values that a human being has. And the values that are worthy of a human being are the spirit of aloha. And the 12 values that she taught us, I put into an anthem, an aloha anthem that I wrote, and I'd love to share that with you today. But before we do, I'd like to first invite our beloved brother Blue Mountain to offer a opening blessing, and then after that I will share with you our aloha anthem. Welcome to each of you. Like each of you is a spark of the divine, and each of you is a spark really of aloha that's needed more than ever in the world today. What the world needs are universal values to live by. If the values are something like on a kayak, you have the rudder, and without a rudder you really can't go anywhere. And if you're lucky, you can also have a sail you can put on to catch the wind and help you move forward. So that the sail and the rudder are the values that we hold. And Auntie Pua was the example of that in my own life, for me and for many other people, to inspire us to move forward and to live in that service. Like, Auntie Pua was basically the embodiment of loving service. And anyone who she saw, she would adopt. Like she kind of adopted me. She adopted so many people into her spiritual family. And I'm so honored to be able to just share with you a small bit of the light that she shared with us. And so our beloved, I think one of the most amazing ceremonies that we had was that ceremony at Auntie Pua's passing that was held at Blue Mountains. It was completely packed with, her devotees. And it took us almost 4 years to complete the tarot field that Auntie Pua helped us to reestablish. And so here we are after 4 years of her passing, where we're able to offer this dedication ceremony. So, Brother Blue Mountain, would you like to come forward?
I'm going to offer an opportunity to raise our energy with the sounds of this magic Tibetan bowl in a moment. And it's great because it doesn't require any belief system whatsoever. You can just feel the energy move as the sound moves over you. So we'll do that in a minute. But I just wanted to start with a little prayer just to open in sacred space. Aloha kea kua, we are so blessed to be together and alive in this circle, breathing the same air, standing on this sacred aina. with the gift of life bubbling up through us and moving through all things. And it's something that we can sometimes take for granted or lose track of. And I just want to invite us to take a breath in and receive the gift of life and to feel gratitude for being in a human body where we have consciousness, where we can awaken and we got arms and we can hug each other, and we're on this beautiful blue-green planet that has just the right mix of oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen and everything, just so that our bodies can extract that life force. And there's mangoes falling from the trees. There's so much to be grateful for. And then when we just look at the spark and the innocence and the wonder of our children, and realize that we're part of this continuity of life, and just seeing these young ones come up and find their power and their voice and have creative ideas is just a reminder of this undercurrent of life that we're just a part of. I sometimes think of it as like we're leaves on this tree of life, and we sprout, we have our time, and then we get a little brown around the edges and we fall and go back to the earth. And thankfully there's new young sprouts coming up to take our place, and that tree of life is something that feels eternal. And I want to acknowledge too that it's not all about human beings, but we're part of this web of life where all the different creatures, from the microorganisms in the soil to the crawly centipedes and spiders, all the insects, the salamanders and frogs and toads, the snakes, the lizards, the turtles, tortoises, all of the different mammals, all the different bird tribe, and every flavor of being human. We're all united as one family because we're all sustained by this same sacred Mother Earth. And so that's the great unifier that can allow us to bridge cultural differences or language differences or what differences we may have in our belief systems depending on what church we were raised in or what sacred book we're inspired by in this moment. And so I just want to affirm the underlying common thread behind all of those differences is this gratitude and humility and respect for life itself, for the whole web of life. And as Chief Seattle, a Native American teacher, reminded us, human beings didn't create the web of life, but we are a strand within it, and what we do to the web, we do to ourselves and all beings. And so I think that just remembering and being grateful for this precious gift of life itself is something that can give us some perspective when, the bills are late or your car breaks down or whatever. So that, and especially when someone precious to us passes and now is our guardian angel on the other side, it just makes every moment more poignant. You just want to, really make eye contact and hug your loved ones before you go out the door, because you never know when our Maker will call us home, and we will have to pass through this doorway of the great mystery. There's all kinds of theories about past lives and what's on the other side, but I think ultimately we find that out when it's our time. So in this moment, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in and make a sighing exhale. Settle into this precious present moment. Think about your loved ones who are in body and those who pass, and how Auntie Puanani has blessed us all. And then I'm going to ring this bowl for you. I invite you to just keep your eyes closed and let this sound wash over you.
Thank you so much, Blue Mountain. I had the honor of living in an ashram for 20 years. I'm a student of Swami Sachidananda, and he's a student of Swami Shivananda, who are two of the greatest yoga masters of our time. And the wisdom that they shared is very similar to the wisdom that Auntie Pua shared. Like I could see the unity of them. And I believe that the actual root of the Hawaiian people is with the people from Tamil Nadu of southern India, because humanity as a whole started in Africa, and then it spread through the Mid-East, and then it spread through Asia, down through India, then to Sri Lanka, Ceylon, that island. And then there's an archipelago of islands that take you all the way to Easter Island, and then eventually from Easter Island to Hawaii. So it's that, and if you look at the people from southern India, you'll see that they really look like Hawaiian. They have thin lips, dark skin. They're very sweet, kind, loving people, just their nature. And they have rituals that are similar. For instance, the hula is a form of dance that's very similar to Bharatanatyam dance, like the ancient Indian culture has a very elaborate form of expression of dance called Bharatanatyam dance. And they get all dressed up and they do their dance. And hula appears to be just an outcome of that. And the flower lace that are used in southern India also came, and the flower lace are used in the Hawaiian culture too. And it feels like the spirit of revering nature and of being in harmony with nature is also part of that culture. So I feel in a certain way that I've studied that culture, and I've studied with Auntie Pua, and I see the oneness of those cultures. And in a way, I believe that the Hawaiian people have a destiny of helping humanity to reclaim its humanity. And I would love to see that. I really, Auntie Pua told me that her dream was that the spirit of Aloha would become a world culture, and that the whole world, it's not the property of just one people. It's the birthright of all humanity. And I would see that that's possible to happen. And I have this vision of the Hawaiian Islands being a beacon to the world of what humanity could be. And I'll just share with you a few of my dreams that I have. I would like to see the island of Maui and the people of Hawaii teach ho'oponopono, the type of negotiation for helping people get out of conflicts. And I believe that all geopolitical conflicts could be solved by ho'oponopono. And I have this vision that one day Pearl Harbor will be revamped and will be a place where countries in crisis will come from all over the world to have diplomatic solutions found and avoid the institution of war. And I believe that the institution of war could be completely dissolved within our lifetime, and that could happen. So that is the vision that I have, that the state of Hawaii teach its children the art of ho'oponopono and get that into the highest levels of negotiation, including any kind of civil problem we have, like with the county, over zoning issues or things like that. Any kind of issues like that could also be resolved that way too, without having to go into courts in ways that are really take decades and decades and millions of dollars to resolve. So that is a prayer that I have. And I have one other prayer that I'd like you to join in with me. And I would like to see that the people of Hawaii have the optimal nutrition. And I would like to offer the vision of what we're offering today as a humble offering of how the Hawaiian people can be in the greatest power and greatest health. And Auntie Pooh is only 70 years old. I'm 70 years now too. And I had, there's a little kid standing on the rock. He's not allowed, he has to come this side. Okay, thank you. It's okay, you can't be too close to the edge. But I know these kids are sharp, but it's not like they have a really in trouble. It's just like an old fogey. So anyway, I believe that there are ways, if there is a way that we can serve you and inspire you in optimizing that, I would be honored to share that with you. This one meal is our humble attempt. Well, you'll see. It's all vegan, this meal that we're making, and it's very fulfilling, you'll see. So I hope that you and the kids will enjoy it. And that's going to be served at 6 o'clock. So we're going to try to get our ceremony in to be back here by 6. The other vision that I have that I would love to share with you is I would love to see the island of Maui be a hallmark of geothermal energy. Like, there's no place in the entire planet that could tap geothermal energy as well as the big island of Hawaii. And we could be generating all of our electricity with geothermal energy, and we could be also have you can desalinate water. You have desalination plants. Once you have electricity, we could make lanai. Basically, we have geothermal electric on the Big Island with power lines going all the way through all the state, and that we would be completely, all our vehicles would be electric. We'd have no carbon footprint. We would be the most advanced culture if we could do that, and it could be done. There's no place on the planet that's easier to tap geothermal energy than the Big Island, because it's a shield volcano. It doesn't explode, so it's easy to tap into. And once we have that, we could create hydrogen, and we could power the airplanes and everything in a new generation. So I would love to see Hawaii be the leader in agriculture, that we could grow all of our own food. We could make lanai, like all fruit trees, Kaahulave, Maui, all these empty sugarcane fields could become ulu. And I believe that ulu could save the world. If people would just plant ulu trees everywhere and eat ulu. We're going to have an ulu dish tonight too, but I'm more than half ulu. And my body, it's my number one food source is ulu. And I love it so much. Like, nobody enjoys eating anything as much as I enjoy eating ulu. So I'd love to see ulu be the food of the future. I'd like to see Hawaii be the beacon to the world, and people come here for universities, and all your kids here be university professors and teachers, and engineers, and, be the heads. I also would like to see Oha, if there's any way that we can tap the millions of dollars of money that Oha is getting to really serve the Hawaiian community, to help them optimize their nutrition and also optimize their education to be able to be world leaders. I think that is very worthy of our undertaking also as a family. And I would just say, if there's a way that I can serve any of you through this gardens, I'm honored to continue my love with your family. And in the name of your sacred mother, you can see through the photos there that she blessed us in so many different ways, of guiding us and of just being an example of what we're aiming to achieve. And she inspired me to write an Aloha anthem that I would like to sing to you. Is that okay? And if you want to join, you can join in on it. But it incorporates, I studied meditation, and I've practiced 50 years of meditation experience. And in the ancient yogis, they give mantras. Mantra is a sound structure that has sacred vibrations. And I believe that the ua mau ka ea o ka aina I ka pono should be the mantra of the humanity, like a universal mantra for all humanity. And I think its essence, it is the essence of what the spirit of Aloha means. And so I've incorporated this Aloha I ka pono an aloha anthem. Does that make sense to you that that's a decent translation of aloha i kapono as an aloha anthem? Does that make sense to you guys? Those words, aloha i kapono, could mean an aloha anthem.
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay, because I sang this.
We don't know because we don't know a language like that. You know what I mean? Because,
Okay.
but you might not make,
Oh.
can't really throw words around and
Okay. Well, Auntie Pua gave me the blessings for all of the words that I have here, and I sang this to her. And there was one time I made a mistake, and she taught and showed me what the mistake was. So I feel good about it. And if you want to chant along with me, we're only going to do. My sister Jaya is helped me to kind of rewrite this so that it wasn't quite as long for you. It'll take about 6 minutes is what we're doing today. But we're going to do only the ones that have the stars on them. Those are the main ones that we'll offer. And I offer this as an invocation to the spirit of Auntie Pua, as a blessing to all of us to abide her, to continue our growth in her light. So here we go. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me just move this just a little like that. Okay. Forever live, sustained the life of the land by righteousness ika pono we pledge our harmony with the one ecology, living in peace. Synergy, prosperity, sustainability, filled with diversity. Aloha for one and all. Mahalo ihi lalima mahalahi polohau oli aloha pule. I'm going to do that one again. Mahalo ihi lalima mahalahi polohau oli aloha pule ahana noa mahaluhia lokahi. Gratitude, humility, respect, cooperation, honesty, happiness and love, service and freedom, peace and unity. You and I, we are one. We all are one. a stream of love flowing through a field of love. There is but one unitive field of love, and that thou art you and I. We are one, you and I are one. Our Father, God, author of liberty, to thee we sing. Long may our lands be bright with freedom's holy light. Protect us by thy might, great God. O King, Avinu Malachinu, our Father, our King. Giant Kipua. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you like that? Thank you.
I just
Thank
had
you.
one question about one of the names of God I'd never heard of before.
Oh.
What's Yehiva?
Yehiva?
Yeah.
Yehiva?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you about that. See, I think that aloha is just another way of saying Jehovah. You know, Jehovah, aloha, Allah, and keakua is, and Yehiva is another way of saying Jehovah. Like, I believe that the actual vowels for the tetragrammaton are Yehiva. It sounds like your gong. Like if you play, just hit your gong one time, and I'll do it with you.
Okay. Here we go.
It works, right? It's just another way of saying aloha, really. But those are all the names of God, and hallelujah is too. So that's it. It's a theme. You know, it's a theme. Auntie Pua's theme. You know, Auntie Pua blessed me to. I wrote the book on unitive field theory, and she read that whole book, and she thought it made sense to her. So she, you know, there were a couple of things that she had suggested that I changed, and I did. So that's my offering. Jaya, do you want to offer now? Do you want me to give an introduction, or you'll do the introduction to how all that happened? So I'm going to ask my beloved sister Jaya, who's really been my two sisters, Angel and Jaya, have been my gurus since I was a little kid, and they have seen me through all my. They really inspired me. Angel became a vegetarian when she was 9 years old, and she has changed. She has helped to change the entire planet, and she just wrote the coolest book called Solutions that gives all the support that one needs to move to an optimal nutrition, and also all the recipes, the secret easy recipes of yummy food, some of which you are going to have tonight. Jai, do you want to come here and do this, or do you want me to pass the mic around?
I'll come.
You'll come here? Okay.
So is this going to be good for me? Yeah. Okay. Auntie Pua, you know, there's the saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. And be with someone in their hour of need. And that's that's what Auntie Pua was for my brother Swaroop, because he had a lot of issues with the county and with the zoning board. And in 2010, Auntie Pua wrote a letter to the zoning company as a testimony in support of Swaroop and these gardens. And Swaroop included it in his book with a picture of Auntie Pua. I only met Auntie Pua once because I live in New York. But it was a wonderful meeting that I had with her, very memorable. And she wrote this letter, and I'm just going to read excerpts from the letter that she wrote. Because I don't live on Maui, my Hawaiian might, not be exactly, but I'll just do the best I can. She says, yeah.
Not only did she write that, she actually came to that commission meeting and read it there, to the commissioners.
He says, my name is Puanani Mahoe. I am a native Hawaiian woman elder, as well as a teacher and healer in the tradition and wisdom of the culture of this Aina. My ha, breath, and iwi bones come from here. My kapuna, kuamu, walk ahead of me, guiding me along this journey of balance and peace. They stand behind me to support and surround me with their mana and aloha that is spoken and unspoken, visible and invisible. The precious cocoa blood and life source of my ohana, seen and unseen, identifies me as a treasured sovereign heritage with kuleana responsibility of my life birth. I live, I am that I am, and be, I am here. So that's what she wrote as an introduction to herself. And then she said, as a cultural practitioner of spirituality, my work focuses on the spiritual balance within people and how they affect their surrounding environment. The life of the land is perpetuated by righteousness, and this means the right useness of the mind, body, and spirit. It is also important to have a place to continue with the preservation, cultivation, and sustainability of this ancient wisdom of balance. And then here's where she comes in to talk about this place. She says, the spirit of Aloha Oceanfront Botanical Garden offers guidance in humanity's quest to live in balance with nature. And then she says, the gardens are dedicated to the oneness of world religions, exemplifying core values that are the foundation of the spirit of Aloha. They are also dedicated to sustainable horticulture and plant-based nutrition, and share the yoga, meditation, stress management, and offer holistic organic weddings and life skills that support the long-term success of the couple's relationship as well as family issues. In truth, the gardens are dedicated to preserving life of wildlife, nature, and humankind. And then she closes with a few closing words that I think are very beautiful. She says, in the garden of true fellowship in Aloha, the flowers bloom forever. Kaulana Napua, famous are the flowers, famous are the children of this land. Napua o Hawaii ne, the flowers of Hawaii, the children of Hawaii, the people, the families of Hawaii. The spirit of Aloha Oceanfront Botanical Gardens are a family of gardens symbolizing and supporting the vision of all humanity and sentient beings to embrace Aloha as the basis of our personal, family, cultural, educational, financial, and sovereign way of life. May we remember to be Aloha. Please be good and kind to each other. Mahalo ke akua.
Thank you.
Yeah, those were her beautiful words that she was able to, put forth, which meant a lot because she was someone from the Aina. She was someone from the land. And I think that she came here and visited over a period of 10 or 12 years and had, a lot of time and input together. So just wanted to share that.
Is there anyone else who would like to share? I can pass the mic around. Oh, Angel, do you want to come? That would be great. Do you want to come up here? Okay.
Just short and sweet. It's an honor to meet the beautiful family of Auntie Pua. Thank you all for coming, and the extended family. Auntie Pua opened many events. She was a much sought after speaker to set the tone for many Hawaiian events. And when I had the privilege of meeting her, and this might bring me to tears when I tell you this, so please bear with me. But she said, "Welcome home." And she always saw the soul of the person and not what color was their skin or how was their hair or their features. She saw right to the soul of the person. And that's what I love and revere about Auntie Pua, is that she embraced everyone with the true spirit of love.
Okay, so my name is Kale. I'm Pua's second oldest daughter, and thank you guys so much for honoring my mom and loving her so much, and that appreciate, we appreciate all of you guys. And the reason why we're here is because we love her too, just like everybody else, but we also love the fact that she stood for all of us, She wasn't just somebody that just only chose her family, She went beyond, out there, Kind of made us upset at times growing up, but, we understood her path, that was her path. And we're just honored to be here tonight. I got my brother Hulu over there, my brother Ben, our kids that we have. Not everybody is here, but it's good, because everybody who's here supposed to be here. That's what my mom would say, So, we just want to honor her tonight. And thank you, Swawu, and the families, for making this happen, to acknowledging her, because not everybody do that kind of stuff when somebody passes away. They kind of forget you, right? That's the world way, right? They just forget about you. But it really made me feel really good inside for my mom, because I can feel her. We all feel her in the spirit. She's here too, not only by photos, but she's not only in us, but just in all of us right now. So I just feel very honored that Swabu decided to do something like this, to bless her and her name and what she stood for and what she did. I didn't know the extent that she went to the county, but that's so my mom. She would do it. She would do it for anybody, who needed the help, because people nowadays, they don't see what my mom sees, in others. And, maybe, some people saw you as, look, this guy coming from mainland, want to take over, but she saw your soul, like what you said. That's so correct. That's my mom. So we had to come here today, to do this, because, we have my mom and us too saying, you need to go. And I don't want her, giving me a hard time while I'm sleeping. So, so that's why we're here. So we just very, very honored to be here, and we love you guys so much, and, and everything here is beautiful. I love it. So this is a nice place. And you worked hard all your life, being dedicated in your meditation, and it brought you here. So, welcome. I love you.
Hey, how's everybody? My name is Mahoe. I'm number 6 out of 8. I just want to say to Swaroop, thank you for opening up your home, your property to us. It's beautiful out here. I can tell why my mom always frequent this area. So, the one thing about my mom is she's just a real open and loving person. She's willing to give the shirt off of her back. She's willing to open, the front door to the home for you. All our lives, I know you guys can talk about it, all siblings, the word hanai, if you guys don't know what the word hanai is to be adopted. And we had a lot of visitors, new faces that my mother just straight hanai into our family. One guy was Precious from the Big Island. Maybe our lifestyle wasn't, the same as his lifestyle. But my mom always found that connection that can connect two different people together. And that was like one thing she's really, she just had that special quality to her. Just bringing people together. That was one of the major things about my mom's life. Just living in peace. Everybody just living together, whether, your social background, your ethnicity, whatever you're going through in your life, she always found that connection between the two. So I feel like, she's still here, she's still in spirit. She brought us here to connect with you folks. And I just want to say thank you so much for having us. Aloha. Okay. Then maybe we'll call this good at this moment. Is that good? Because we're going to be having dinner pretty soon.
I wanted to say one thing just from here. I didn't know.
Do you want to come up here?
No, I'm good here.
Okay.
I didn't know Pua so well, but we had some interactions, and some of the things that I remember is her glance, the way she would look at you. You just felt like she was accepting you as you were. Like you didn't have to put on airs or impress her with anything. There was this real warmth and openness and acceptance of whatever you were going through. I remember that feeling of relaxing in her presence because she wasn't judgmental or had airs like holier than thou. She was just a human, warm, accepting person. And the glance, it sort of was the opposite of stink eye, right? Stink eye, you're getting hate vibes, but she would just like bathe you with acceptance and kindness and warmth. And I think that I aspire to be like that too. I want to, see the best in people and help people feel comfortable and welcome them into the circle. And I think she really was masterful at that. I'm sure you guys picked up some of that juju growing up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. This is gorgeous. Okay. How about a shaka? Can you all do a shaka? Woo! Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha.
Maui.
Maui.
Do you like the fun? Do you like the spot?
Thanks.
How do you spell it, Lily? Oh, I like that. It's reverence. What a great name. So do you have reverence for all of life?
I have it all.
Oh, that's wonderful, Lily.
So this is our blessing to Auntie Pua. This plaque is what we were inspired to offer, and I'll read it to you. It's Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono, forever is sustained the life of the land by righteousness. Kumu, Puanani, Mahoe, May 12, 1948 through February 13, 2016. These restored historic lo'i are dedicated in memory of our revered Kumu, Auntie Pua. She embodied and taught us the values of the spirit of Aloha. May her wisdom forever guide us. And the values are mahalo, gratitude, ha'aha'a, humility, ihi, respect, laulima, simplicity, ma'alehi, cooperation, pono, honesty, hau'oli, happiness, aloha, love, kuleana, service, noa, freedom, maluhia, peace, and lohakahi, unity. And may those values be with us now and always to guide and protect us and propel our spiritual journey. And may this sacred vibration of Auntie Pua be blessed here for all who come to inspire them. And we're also going to be having her vibration blessing this land in one other way that I'd like to tell you about, is that we're in the process of getting the permit from the county and the state and the Board of Water Control and 1,000 other agencies to be able to restore the water flow to these ancient lohi from this stream. And once we're able to secure that, then we'll be able to secure for all the people living on Haumana Road this stream, which is now being diverted at the top of the road to go to the East Maui irrigation people. So once we get that permit, and we're in the process of doing that, it will happen in time. And the amazing thing about it is that the stream diversion is going to come from right here, and then the water pipe is going to come, and it's going to come right to here, and it's going to flow right in front of this sacred memorial. So that beautiful vibrations of Auntie Pua, the living water that's going to nourish this, is going to flow right in front of this sacred memorial to charge the energy. And she told me that the mana of her ancestors are in those lo'i walls, and she will be helping to recharge that and keeping it vital. So what we'd like to do is, if you would like to song, you're going to start your singing. We'd like to do that. And while we're doing the singing, we could, everyone could come up and take some petals and throw and offer them to Auntie Pua's dedication for helping to charge this, and also for helping to imbibe it even further in our own lives. So, let's see. Kale, would you like to come up first, and you could do the to take some petals. And if you want to say any prayer, anything you want to do, you're welcome to.
Good.
Or you could take them. We're going to throw them on.
I was gonna wait for everybody to get there, but
Freedom fighters.
Still on.
There we go. Take them in and take
Flower
care
in
of that.
here. There's a pink flower in here.
Good idea, sweetheart.
Love you, Mama. We all love you.
And make God by happy.
Did everyone get to come up?
Yeah.
Everyone
And
did?
make God by happy.
What's
Yeah. And jellyfish. Sing Baba. And jellyfish.
He wouldn't, so we
And
left it with salt water,
Sing
vinegar,
Baba.
and fresh water.
Yeah.
But his, I gave him some children's motion and it's fine. So now it's good.
How about this song?
Oh, he did. He did.
I didn't see it. And how about Benny?
So, I will say that I'll offer these petals right now in for all the great souls who love Auntie Pua who are not here. That this is for those great souls to to bless this sacred event, and also that hopefully that they'll be able to share with the video in the beauty of this moment. And I'm going to do this for the next generation, for all of those Mahoes who haven't yet been born. This is for all of them. There's already maybe 40 or 50 of her kids. I can't even imagine how many. But for the ones who, they'll all be having kids one day too. So for the future generations. And now this one I'll do for all of her ancestors, for all of your family's ancestors, that they be blessed generations and generations back by Auntie Pua's beauty. And for anything else that we forgot, that we have the final ones. Whoops, there we go. So there we go.
And the bath.
Right now there's 8 kids, 18 grandkids, and like 11 great grandkids.
Wow, that's amazing. So a lot of magic she's done on many levels. That and the glory is yet to be seen, and is seen and continue.
Vegan as well, really, really tasty, really good. Here we have breadfruit fries with nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, garlic. These are fresh green salads. These are vegan fried chicken nuggets with a Hawaiian barbecue sauce on them. Super good. Made with tofu instead of chicken. You really can't even tell the difference. Really good. And then this is vegan mahi mahi. This is coconut meat with salt, pepper, garlic. And you can make kind of like vegan tacos with avocado, salsa, red cabbage, squeeze a lime on top. I wanted to make it feel like home for you guys. So. Yeah.
Awesome!
Thank you.
Good job! So beautiful. It smells amazing.
Om, beloved Mother Nature, you are here on our table as our food. You are endlessly bountiful, the benefactress of all. Please grant us health and strength, wisdom and dispassion to find permanent peace and joy. Mother Nature is my mother. The Lord of the universe is my father. The entire family of humanity is my family. The entire universe is my home. We offer this unto Om, that truth which is universal. May all be filled with peace, joy, love, light, and aloha. Victory to that light within. Jai Shri Satu Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Auntie Pua Maharani Ki Jai. And bon appetit.
Like that.